Hi everyone, so in this video we are going to have an overlook at how the edge bridge works and how you can combine the edge bridge with Arduino Uno, ESP32 or Arduino Nano to control your DC motors. So let's have an overview of how the edge bridge works. Here I have two different kind of edge bridge. One is L298N and it is most widely used throughout our projects, whereas this one is HW354. It is a mini version of the same edge bridge, but the difference is it does not have any enable pins, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use both of these and where to use both of these. We must also note that the maximum power is 25 watts and the maximum current that you can draw for a DC motor is 2 amperes. Drawing more than 2 amperes will damage your edge bridge module. Now let's start by making connections between the edge bridge and ESP32. We are going to start with GPIO 19 and end on GPIO 3. So let's connect GPIO 19 and 18 immediately. After that, connect GPIO 5 and GPIO 17 with input 1 and input 2. Making these connections, make sure to connect GPIO 16 with input 3 and GPIO 4 with input 4. After making connections between ESP32 and edge bridge inputs and enable pins, it is time to connect the power supply. Make sure that you initially have the power supply switched off, as it can damage the ESP32. So we are going to connect this positive wire with the 12 volts, and we are going to connect the negative wire with ground. Make sure that you have common ground between ESP32 and edge bridge. So what we are going to do is I'm going to connect a wire with the ground of ESP32 and it goes within the ground. So now we have the common ground terminal set up. After making all the wiring connections, it is time to connect our DC motors. I'm using these two DC motors. I'm going to connect one of them with the output 3 and 4 and I'm going to connect the other with output 1 and 2. You can use any kind of DC motors as long as it meets your board requirements, which is the current draw should not be more than 2 ampere. After making the motor connections, we are going to connect ESP32 with our laptop. Now let's come to the Arduino IDE. So we are going to write down the code. In this case, I have defined the code to move motors forward, reverse and then stopping. And then this goes on and on within the loop function. First off, start by defining the pins. Make sure whatever pins you are using apart from the one that I have specified, they have to be and they must be PWM pins so that you can easily control the speed of your DC motors. For this, after defining the GPIO pins, we are going to go into the void setup function in which we are going to define the pin modes. In this case, we are sending our signals from ESP32 to the edge bridge, which means that we are using these pins as outputs. So I'm going to write down pin mode, enable pin A, enable B inputs as output. And then in the loop function, I'm going to write how I want to drive these motors as well as add a delay. In this case, you can use the enable pins to set the speed. For setting the speed, make sure that your speed is from 0 to 255. Here I have took an average of like 150, which is enough in my case to demonstrate the speed for you guys. And if you want your motor to walk in reverse, then if you have defined as input 1 high, input 2 low, for reverse you will define input 1 as low and input 2 as high, as reversing the polarity will reverse the direction of how the motor rotates. ESP32, it's going to move one way and then the reverse and then it's going to stop. This is what our code does. Again, it moves one way, then the other way and then it stops.